They say the money is in the list. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to use Divi as a lead generation magnet. Coming up. Hello everyone and welcome. I'm Mac, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to create a lead generation magnet on your Divi website. But before we get started, I'd like to remind you that if you buy Divi using my affiliate link, I'll give you access to my web design formula course, a course that teaches you how to design professional looking websites with Divi. So without wasting a lot of time, let's talk about lead generation on Divi. So when it comes to lead generation, it is very, very important because leads can be used to actually make money by, let's say, for example, you are an online entrepreneur, you're running a blog. You can use your leads to promote your affiliate products, or you can use your leads to sell them to products that are on your website. But the thing is, do you just want to collect emails for no reason? No, absolutely not. So what you want to do is to create a lead magnet that gives a lot of value in exchange for the email address. So you don't just want to say, sign up for my newsletter. To be honest, that's boring. Why would anyone want to sign up to your newsletter? So what really works, or what have worked for me in the past, is to give away something of value for free. So I experimented with a few things. I started off with an ebook, and to be honest, it didn't really work very well for me until I created a free WordPress course. In fact, I'll also add the link to that in the video description below. It's still absolutely free. So for those of you that want to learn how to design websites using WordPress, I have that free course. It's called WordPress Mastery. So I've been giving away that for free. And to be honest, to date, I've made close to 8,000 leads from that. And this is how those people then, depending on how they took my course, they moved on and started looking at also Divi, which also helps with my affiliate. So just with that example, you can see that you can make money online with your leads. Now, this can also be applied to brick and mortar stores. Like, let's say, for example, you have a restaurant and you want to generate leads. Perhaps maybe you can give away a 10% discount on a meal. And once you collect those emails, then you can run other promotions later on throughout the year. But as you can see, you don't have to spend money to get those leads again, because these leads are on your database. Now, let's take a look and see how we can set it up on our Divi website. All right, so over here, I'm on my WordPress website. So quickly, what I'm going to do is to create a brand new page. So I'm going to come over here to pages and click on add new. So this page can be called landing page. You can call it whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to call this leads, and then I'm going to use the Divi builder. All right, so the builder now has loaded. So we can actually use pre-made layouts here, or we can build this from scratch. I mean, either way works fine. All right, so let's build our lead generation from scratch. So I'm going to come over here and click on start building. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to show you quickly how to set it all up. But if you want to go deep into the design, I also have some templates, which I'll link to in the show notes below. All right, so I'm just going to add a single column. And in this column here, we are going to add a email opt-in. So I'm going to add that. Now, this is where you can go in and customize this email opt-in by changing the colors, the text, and so on. Now, what I usually do when I get started here is to head over to design, layout, and I prefer having my text on the top and the form on the bottom, just like that. Now let's go and play around with the colors. So here I can go to my background and change my background color. You can even make it dark gray if you want, depending on what your website colors look like. So I'm just going to go with the dark gray here, and then I'm going to head over here to the design, and let's start customizing this. So as you can see here, all my text is way too close to the edges. So what I normally do is to come over here to spacing, and I will just add some padding. So let's start with 5%. I'm going to apply it both to the top and the bottom, and also left and right. There we go. Now I can see here we may need a little bit more, so I can just increase it here to about, let's say 9%. Maybe even 8. Let's go with 8. Okay, so I'm just going to do it all around. So now I have some breathing space around my opt-in form. Okay, the next step now is to customize your text over here. So you want to give this a enticing title, but you know what? I'm just going to use my lorem text here. But in your case, you want to talk about your giveaway, what it is, and also the benefits of downloading that giveaway or signing up for that giveaway. Okay, so I'm just going to add a heading here quickly. Come over here, go back to my content. And then I'm just going to add it over here like that. Now I also need to work on my description text. So I'm going to come over here and just copy a little paragraph and just override what I have here with that paragraph. Okay, so that's looking great. The next step now, when it comes to collecting the leads, you don't want to use the last name here because people are sensitive with their names, and I'm sure you wouldn't want to give away your last name too. So what you need to do here is to go to fields, and then you want to disable the last name just like that. And in some cases, you may also want to disable the first name and just collect the email. And this actually works really, really well as well. Okay, so now that I have all this set, let's just go quickly and just work on the design of this, because just looking at it, I'm just thinking, I want to change this. I want to make it look much better. Okay, so let's start working on the text here. So let's see. Poppins is not here. That's my favorite font, by the way. So let's go ahead and select it. So I'm also going to make this a bit bold so it can really, stand out. So let's go with bold. Okay, there we go. I'm also going to do the same over here with my text. And because I've chosen Poppins, I can just quickly select it from here. Now let's increase the size to about, say, 19. And we also want to give this some line height. And over here on the size as well, let's just bump this up a little bit. Okay. Now that we have this all set, let's center it. And we also need to center the paragraph text like that. And then we can also work here on this, the fields. So we can go in and customize the fields, add a background color. We can do quite a lot here. So let's say fields background color, you want to make it transparent. You can just go ahead and do that and then add a border around it if you want to do it that way. But I'm just going to leave it as it is. And then over here on the button, you can also go in and customize the button by activating use custom styles for button. Right, so the very first thing we can do here is to add our text color. So let's say we're going to go with black as our text color, but the background is going to be maybe this really, red color here. Border width, I'm going to remove that. And then border radius, I think that's fine. And you know what I need to do here? I need to change this color because that black doesn't look great, to be honest. So I'm going to go with that. Now, I also need to give this some breathing space. So I'm going to come over here to my padding and let's start with 2%. And I think that looks much better now. The button is much bigger and is more prominent. Now, what you may also need to do here is to make this text all caps. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, now it's all caps. And let's make sure we have Poppins here and also change this to semi-bold. All right, so that's looking great now. So you may be thinking, okay, we've designed this, but how does this connect now with our email autoresponder? And this is where now you need to head back over here to content, and then you want to go to email account. So as you can see here, we have quite a lot of options to choose from. We have content contact. Really? We have Emma, we have Free Blitz. Let me go back to this one. Constant contact. Okay. Try saying that so many times. Okay. Anyways, the point is there's quite a lot to choose from. Okay. Right. So I'm just going to go with, let's say, ConvertKit, because that's the one I use. And over here, you can see I'm also building my list. And this is one of my accounts. But what you want to do here is once you've logged into your account, you want to head over here and click on account settings. And this is where you get your API key and API secret. So you can see here, the API key is here. You can copy that and then take it over to your site and paste that. And it also needs the API key. Now, once you've done this, this is what connects the two, your website and your email autoresponder. So it's very, very important that you find where your API key is. I've used this on MailChimp, and again, it's quite easy to find your API keys. So back over here on our site, you want to go down here and choose your list. So once you've connected your API keys and so on, in fact, let me show you where to add that. So I'm just going to hit add. So this is where you give your, the account name. So I'm just going to call this Mac, and then you want to add your API key and API secret from your email autoresponder. So once you do that, you hit submit, and that now connects with your autoresponder. You click here on this drop down, and this is where you'll choose your list. So anyone that signs up over here will be added to that particular list that you've added here, and all your lists will show over here. Okay. Now, once you've done that, you also need a success action. So this is where you can come over here, and you can either choose to display a message. So after they've entered their name and email address and you hit subscribe, they are shown a message, and the message here can be customized. And you can also say, thanks for signing up, whatever message you want to do. But what I've noticed works really well is you adding a dedicated thank you page. And to do that, you want to first design the thank you page, and then you can come over here and say redirect to a custom URL. So once you come over here, this is where you add your URL to your thank you page, or it can be also an external page, but ideally it needs to be your own page. So you can go in here, add that URL. So as soon as someone signs up for whatever it is that you're giving away for free, they're then redirected to the thank you page, and that thank you page will have a special message or further instructions. So this is how you would do it. It's very easy to set up. And if you have any questions regarding this, please let me know in the video description below. Okay, so once you've done that, we can save. Now, I know this looks very basic. Now, in your case, what you could do is this could be part of a long form page. It could be on your blog post. It could be, on different parts of your website. It doesn't have to be on a dedicated page. So one way that it has worked really well for me is to add it onto my blog template. So each and every blog that I create, it gives all my visitors or users a chance to sign up onto the mailing list. And this is how I've grown my mailing list. So you don't just want to have a dedicated page. And also moving forward, what you may want to do is, let's say you're running a dedicated campaign of building your list. You can run ads to that page, and that is how you would grow your leads. And this is pretty much how you set it up. So I'd like to hear what you guys think about this strategy and how to set it up on Divi. As I mentioned before, if you have any questions or you're not sure about how to set things up, just let me know in the video comments below, and I'll do my best to respond to that. All right, guys, that's all I have for you in today's video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also hit the bell notification so that you get notified when I release new tutorials. Until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.